didn't know when to film this because I'm at the end of my 3rd trimester, but technically I wouldn't be at the end of it until I give birth, but I want to film this before I give birth so that 1, I have something to go out, and 2, I can just include the symptoms from now, can just go into like my birth vlog or whatever the fuck I make after, because anything from now is not really going to change. And any other symptom I do get from now is likely going to just be a sign of labour. Okay, 28 weeks. I booked my 4D scan. Oh yeah, I booked it. She started getting hiccups. I think he started getting hiccups. He now has them daily. So this is when he started getting them, which is really cute because it's like, it was a really reassuring sign to me because that means he's swallowing the amniotic fluid. Because if you didn't know, basically they swallow the fluid, they pee it out. They swallow it, they pee it out. It's a bit gross, but it's all clean because it's all contaminated in the uterus. But honestly, the idea of it does groom me out a bit. Stretch marks on my belly. It's only in the bottom half of my belly. Like, I mean, I've got a couple above my belly button, but apart from that, it's all like the bottom half. So I'm really glad that, I don't know. I feel like I've not been lucky on the stretch box side though. It's really not bothered me that much. It might bother me after, because maybe I guess seeing a body without a baby but still seeing a body that looks like it's been affected by a baby might be a bit strange. But where I'm pregnant at the moment, it feels like it's natural, it's normal, there's a reason. Whereas I feel like postpartum, I've just got to like reassure myself that it's just because my body made a baby, and I'm scared that I'm gonna be a bit self-conscious, but it'll be okay. I had my 4 and 5D scan this week as well. Fuck me, it all happened really quick. And he has a really, really cute face. Oh, he has such a cute face. Obviously I don't show photos of him on social media, but just trust me that he has a really, 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 really cute face, and he looks like he might come out looking at me. Or like my brother, which is really weird. Like he might come out looking like my younger brother Henry, who has like a really cute little face. So he looks a bit like him, which is really sweet. Because if he looks anything like him, then it's great. He's head down. He is still head down as far as I'm aware. He's head down. 29 weeks, very active, giving me rib-ache. Giving me rib-ache. I remember, yeah, I used to just get achy ribs, I guess, when he was just constantly head down. So basically his feet are always up in the air, kicking in the cervix, and pressure in pelvis when walking, yeah. I mean, trying to think about it then is different because I feel like now it's probably on a like worse, but obviously back then it was like the first time you get it, you're like, whoa, and then when you get it at the very end of pregnancy, you're like, oh God. So lightning crotch, I'm guessing, kicking in the cervix, or like it felt like he was kind of poking and playing down there. Swelling in the ankles and feet. I remember 28 weeks, 29 weeks, I was so swollen, and it's kind of gone away. Like I've not had a swollen moment until actually maybe a week or 2 ago. I had really bad swollen calves, like really swollen. Like they were so tight, and you would poke them and your finger just wouldn't go in because they were so swollen. But anyway, back then I was complaining about it, and I remember my feet and ankles were swollen. It was kind of gross. 30 weeks, I loved a spaghetti bolognese and Pepsi Max. Oh my God, I had spaghetti bolognese like every day for about a week or 2. I would go to Lidl, get the spaghetti, the bolognese sauce, and the mince, and onions maybe. There was a couple of times I did it without onions. It was like 3 ingredient bolognese and just chucked it in. It was really nice. 10-week countdown. The fact that I'm at the end of the 10-week countdown is really weird. Nausea and constipation. Lovely. This must have been when the nausea started up again, because I remember thinking like, why am I going back into my first trimester? Unfortunately, I've had a good few incidences with nausea. No vomiting as of yet, no vomiting, you know, touch wood, but I have had some awful nausea this trimester. Acid reflux, I can't lay down. Yeah, laying down is a thing of the past. No, I'd literally, I would eat or drink something, and you know when you're pregnant, you can't just go on an empty stomach. Like, it wasn't practical. It's not like I could have gone to bed and gone on an empty stomach and then lay down and then gone to sleep, because then I would have started to feel sick. So you have to eat something, but then you eat something, or you even just drink something, and then when you lay down, it's threatening to like come back up. Acne on my face. I think I still, you probably can't see, I still have some acne on my face, definitely. It kind of settled in the second trimester, and then it kind of flared up a little bit in the third. But I don't think it's as bad as the first. I do feel the weight of you now. Yeah, I can feel the weight of him. I can feel the weight. Especially where he's now head down, he's engaged in my pelvis, everything. I can feel his weight. I just ordered a laptop table, and trying to do like laptop work or try to eat. When you're pregnant, trying to eat, right, with food on your lap doesn't work anymore. So I got this. Oh, it's a bit bright, but it's cute. 31 weeks. Cravings grapes. This has not gone away. I just have a feeling this is going to be in every single week now. I just love grapes. I feel heavier. My ankles hurt from my weight. Yeah, I had a week where my ankles were starting to take the toll of my weight, which obviously makes sense because I was getting fatter. I still am getting fatter. Struggling to get comfortable, especially in bed. Yeah, it is not fun to turn over in bed. I say was, it still isn't. Swelling isn't as harsh. Yeah, my swelling kind of just went. I've still had bits of swelling here and there, but that 28, 29 week mark was where it was at its like peak. And then a couple of weeks ago I had another stitch, but that's because I was sitting on a kitchen counter for hours. But at the moment I've been fine. So out of breath from even standing up, laying down. It gets at a point where you don't even realize you're out of breath because you're so used to it. Like right now, I know I'm out of breath. I know I sound out of breath. I know I sound like I've got 20% lung capacity, but it is what it is. It feels like someone's lying on my chest. Yeah, it does actually. Sometimes it really feels like a little bit constricted. Getting more overwhelmed, physically exhausted, which makes me affects me mentally. Basically, this is the point where I started getting so, you just get fed up. You get fed up, exhausted, you're fat, you're tired, you're nauseous, you're constipated, you've got diarrhea, whatever the fuck you've got. And it does start to take a toll on you mentally because it's exhausting. You know what, now I'm in a bit of a better headspace now. I just feel unorganized. But I got to just keep telling myself, even when he's here, I can organize stuff. Obviously, I'm gonna have to take it at a slow pace, but all the organising doesn't need to be done before he's here. It physically can't be done before he's here anyway, but there's so much to organise and do, and I feel like my brain is in overdrive because it's like, it needs to be done before he's here, but realistically I need to reassure myself that it doesn't. But when I can see mess and see things unorganised, in my head I'm like, that needs to be done, that needs to be done, that needs to be done, that needs to be done. So I'm never like taking a break, but then I don't have the motivation to sort it out anyway. Grapes and tomatoes are now my cravings apparently. I just loved grapes and tomatoes. I guess it's just the crunch. That's kind of been my thing, like fresh juicy fruit. Waking up from movement. I've not had this that often. I've had a lot of people moan about like waking up in the night because baby's so active, whereas I feel like I've been okay. Maybe I'm just used to it and I don't wake up to it, or maybe he's just not got strong enough movements. Maybe that is more for people that have a posterior placenta. Mine is anterior, so my placenta's at the front of my belly, so some movements won't be felt as much, but he moves a lot and I feel him move in the day, so I know he's fine, but I don't really wake up to it too much. But apparently this week I was. The week before the baby shower, oh yeah, I forgot I had a baby shower. Had my first bath since being pregnant. I'm 5'9", so me being in a bath anyway isn't great, but then me being pregnant in a bath just took up a whole lot more space. Got my pregnancy ball. I love my pregnancy ball. Me and her are just best friends. The ball is really good for my back. It still is now. It's good for my back and my pelvis. Baby shower, it was amazing. It was quite fun. The only thing was I didn't open presents while I was there. I did at the very end when there was like a couple people left, but I felt so confronted. My mum organised it all, but she put the tables in like a big square. So I was facing everyone. I am grateful to everyone that got me things, but I just could not open it in front of everyone. I was just too confronted. I can feel you whilst I'm moving now. So basically, for a long while, I could feel him move, but only if I was sat down, laying down still. Now I can feel him even when I'm up and about and doing stuff because he's just so big. My bladder's running out of room. My bladder has, since then, has run out of way more room. Frequent Braxton Hicks. I breathe again, Braxton Hicks. I've got my announcement plaques for when he's born. My back is in agony. Emphasis on my poor back. I thought my back pain was bad in my second trimester. Come to my third, and I don't mean like the third, like 28 weeks, no, like 34, 33, 35 weeks onwards. My back, oh, my back. I can feel you playing with the umbilical cord. Yeah, this is really strange. I'm guessing it's that because I can just feel him playing and pinging with stuff, and it's a bit startling because I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in there? Sorry, my battery's gonna die. This is my last battery, I think, that I'm on now, so I've got to make this one last because I don't have any others. Worst week this week so far. Positive. Always on my ball. I love being on my ball at that point. It didn't do anything for me. Like some people say that going on the ball like does stuff, but it didn't. Like it didn't make me crampy, I don't know, it might have moved his position, it might have helped him, but who knows? You never know, really. Started washing your clothes at 33 weeks as well because he needs them washed. So I've got everything washed in newborn 0 to 1, first size 0 to 3. So I've got everything done until at least like January, February time, which is really, really reassuring. On my weight, I put I'd rather not know. Little did I know I was about to be told my weight anyway at my next scan. They told me and I was like, oh. Now I know I've gained an obscene amount of weight. Pain in my right hip. Got pain in my hips again. My wrist creases. I was in the car with my mum and I said to my mum, I was like, oh my God, my wrist. Like, I think it must have just been a bit swollen that day. It was like creasing up. You know, like babies have them creases in their wrists. I felt like a baby. Because I built like a chubby toddler. Lots of rib kicks. Lot of rib kick. No, we don't. My bump has measured really good, like, and on track. So I'm really glad about that. I mean, until recently, but then that's because he's lower down. We talked about breastfeeding and colostrum collecting, which I have started, but it's a bit of a journey, I guess, and it's a bit tedious. Like, collecting colostrum's really fucking tedious. 35 weeks, spaghetti hoops and milky buttons. Oh my God, my milky button phase. That's settled a little bit, but I had an addiction to milky buttons. Got the flu. Do I remember having the flu? Oh yeah, my nose was so stuffy and blocked. Like I had one nostril blocked at all times. It was so uncomfortable. Much bigger movements. Yeah, he has big movements because you get to a point where obviously when you're like 25 weeks, for example, it's kick, kick, punch, punch. Whereas when you're like 35 weeks, it's like roll and grind against the belly. It's a really strange feeling. Like it's a lot different to like the first initial cute little kicks, and then you get like the proper like yeah, like spinning in there, somersaults in there. Like it feels whoa. Out of breath. Out of breath from existing. Yeah, I literally exist and I'm out of breath. So I've been enjoying that. Jelly. Yeah, I've been making a lot of jelly recently. I love jelly. Can feel the headbutting. Yeah, he loves to headbutt me. And when I say headbutt, I mean headbutt down there. It is, well, if you've ever heard of lightning crotch, I get a lot of lightning crotch. It's really, really, really uncomfortable. I had a really bad one yesterday. Yesterday I had a couple incidents where I literally verbally said either ow or was like, literally, oh, the feeling of lightning crotch is just not something that you've ever experienced. It's very different, it's very weird. It's like an electric shock to your vagina. Daily hiccups, nighttime nausea. I just love the nausea. Yeah, 36, 37 weeks. Oh, I feel awful. I mean, right this moment, I've not had too much nausea in the last couple of days, but the third trimester, like, it would kind of come in waves. Like I remember it would like come for a few nights and then it went away and then it came back for a few nights. Some of it's been really horrible. Nanny comes over every week to have a meal and watch TV together. She does do that. I mean, not this. Actually, no, she's coming over tonight and it is a Tuesday, so that's kind of on brand. But I don't think we're gonna have dinner together. I don't know what we're gonna do about that because I've not got any dinner. I've got beans on toast and that's the best I can do, babe, and my bread's out of date. 37, so we're full term, baby. So everything from now I'm just gonna class as full term. Getting crampy. The problem is there's women that get cramps and contractions for like 5 weeks and then they go into labour at like 41, 42 weeks. And then there's people that just have no signs and then at like 39 plus 5 they're like, I just went into labour overnight and then I had my baby the next day. So cramps are not a sign. Mucus plug's not a sign. Nothing's a sign until you literally are in active labour. I thought things were moving along, they weren't. I can say now things weren't moving along because I'm still very much pregnant. Waddling more, where his head's basically in my pelvis. I am waddling like a fucking penguin. My bladder is constantly being kicked and lots of pressure. And this, I think this point, like 38, 39 weeks, I just have this point, I've gotten to this point where some days, like if there's pressure on my bladder, I have to go like 3 times within the hour or something because the pressure on it. Yeah, it'd literally be like, I'd have a day where I'm like, whoa, what if labour's near? And then I'd have a day where it's like radio silence. Absolute radio silence, like I've had a couple contractions and you might think, oh my God, no. I had a contraction maybe 2 weeks ago. We're still just chilling. There's nothing imminent about labour at the moment. I genuinely think it might be a case of I just go into it one night and I'll have boom, 0 to 100. Lots of Braxton Hicks. I always have Braxton Hicks. Like this morning I woke up to a Braxton Hick and that's happened 2 mornings in a row. And it's really not pleasant and I couldn't get rid of it and I went back to sleep. Like thankfully I went back to sleep, but I just couldn't get rid of my Braxton Hick. It was really weird. Definitely engage. Leg pain. Oh, I feel like I have leg pain now. And I don't know if it's like the pressure of him or where I'm a bit bigger now, like one leg on top of the other, apparently where the nerves are like all like fucked up anyway because of the baby. It can hurt your legs. Like at the top of my legs will like hurt and ache. And when I get out of bed, I feel like I've been laying in bed for like 7 days in a coma because when I get up, I'm like, eh. Like, I feel like I need WD-40 in my joints. Just a lot of pressure on my nerves, you know? A lot of pressure on my nerves. Period cramps. But that it's turned into nothing. A lingering backache. I feel like it's constantly achy, but it's just like in the background. Trying to organise things. Trying to do as much organising as I can. The thing is, this book doesn't actually have beyond week 40. It has 40 and then it has like the welcome page. So I might have to like, where I've got week 40, I might just have to add 41 and 42 if I go there in my notes. But anyway, that is my 3rd trimester. It's been fun. Has it? It's been eventful, it's been fun. And anything from this moment on is gonna be the same. You know, all the symptoms I've listed is probably gonna be the same. And if anything changes, it's probably because it's labour. So I'm just cruising. Right now I'm just cruising, like what if I give birth before this video goes out? I don't know. I'm filming this on Tuesday. I'm going to put this up for Friday. That's what I do. So if I give birth by Friday, that would be insane. It feels really weird. I've got this like really, I don't know if it's like instinct, gut feeling, internal stuff. Like I just like, I'm ready to go into labour, and maybe I'll go into labour and think, fuck, I'm not ready. But like right now I'm like just so ready. I'm so ready to just pop him out. I think it's because last week I had a really bad bout of like fatigue. I had like 2 or 3 days where I was just wiped, and I think mentally as well, it didn't help me physically, but I was just so wiped out. It was awful. So hopefully going forward I have a little bit more energy, because I'm going to need the energy to pop a child out. So the more sleep I can get, the better. The more energy I can have, the better. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope everyone is doing well. And if you are also pregnant, I hope everything is going well. And I will see you next time.